Good day, everybody. This is Granblue Fantasy Relink. Here we are again. Thanks for joining. Last time, hold on, let's get some swanky music here with Lyria's journal. Yeah. Where to get the foes? Here we go. Aren't the bosses here? Hold on now. Don't see the boss that we just fought last time. That's kind of weird. Maybe it'll show up later. I don't know. Okay, well, never mind. I was going to show off the boss we fought last time. But last time, so after our fresh victory in Dolly Relic Belt, we came back to Seed Hollow, took care of a couple of side quests. Didn't take all that super long. And then we were off to Fondam to finally save Lyria, where we found actually head lackey of the Church of Avia, Id, in a bit of a pickle himself because he had lost Lyria. This crazy lava monster called Vulcan Bola was the primal beast there, and had captured Lyria. So we had to do an uneasy truce, a villain team up, a classic, as we fought to save Lyria. It was a pretty neat boss fight. And after that, Lilith showed up and just nuked us and took Lyria anyway. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen now because, like, we got rid of the, like, collar on her, the mind control collar, but then Lilith destroyed the catalyst we used to do that and, like, took Lyria again. So if they have a second mind control collar, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, Rolan, he kind of started to have, like, these weird, like, ulterior motives, mystery guy vibes there at the end, and now he has promised that he's going to reveal something meteoric to us, so let's find out.
Well, the floor is all yours, Rolan.
Thanks. First, I want you all to take a look at this.
That sure is fancy, a self-lapping ooh. Okay. I don't know, is that supposed to be Furicane in that image? That's very cool effect. Neat magic.
That's the beast from Tempeel.
I knew it.
Furican.
Lilith released the primal beasts from their slumber and stole their powers.
Oh yeah, Managarmr, Excavalion. It's just a random gem. I suppose that's the crystal that was embedded in Vulcan Bola, maybe?
Those powers now flow within Lyria. She's essentially a living storage vessel.
This is presumably related to how she was able to summon Bahamut at the start of the game, which is, you know, stuff that happened before in the main story, of course, that I'm not aware of. I guess. Are you able to switch out summons in the, like, mobile game, I wonder? Like, someone knows, do let me know. Like, or are you just hard locked into Bahamut as your summon in the mobile game? It seems like one of those things that, for video game purposes, they would give you the options to, like, swap out different primal beasts to summon.
The Astral realm is Lilith's home. One way back is to restore the forbidden primal.
Oh no, the forbidden primal. That sounds momentous. The page is all scuffed up because they don't want to spoil who this guy is, I guess.
Angra Mainyo.
Oh!
I hope I'm wrong, but she plans to feed it the other beast's powers.
Never mind, we find it out, and it's a Zoroastrian creature? Okay. Angra Mainyo, I'm pretty sure, is another name for Ahriman from, I think it's Zoroastrianism? It's one of those, like, mega super old Middle Eastern religions. Alright. Interesting. Like, the actual Ahriman, to be clear here. Not when I keep talking about the Final Fantasy monster that's called Ahriman for some reason. Like, now we're talking about the real deal, quote-unquote. Which, I don't remember how it's described in, like, real myth. So I don't know what to expect. I know Ahriman in Pathfinder RPG is like this pretty scary lion man, so I'm gonna put a few poker chips on my guess being some kind of lion monster is gonna be Angra Mainyo. Well, I'm jumping to conclusions, assuming we encounter this creature.
Just how big and nasty is this Mainyo thing?
It's the primal beast of gateways, allowing all kinds of travel between any 2 points.
interesting. My memories of like Middle Eastern religion is actually really bad, so that's why I'm like kind of blanking here. I do not remember what the real life Angra Mainyu / Ahriman is associated. I believe it's a villainous role in that mythology, but yeah, my memory's bad.
Distance doesn't matter. So in theory, one could even pass through to the astral realm.
Question, wouldn't it be more useful to go to Esta Lucia, which is where everyone was trying to get to? Or am I actually mixed up? Is the astral realm and Esta Lucia the same thing, perchance?
It doesn't sound that evil to me if all it does is open a bunch of doors.
If only it were that innocent. The problem lies in what's needed to open a gate. You see, the gates require energy proportional to the distance between them.
That makes sense.
Now, let's pretend we want to open a gate to the astral realm.
In this case, distance is secondary. Now we're discussing interdimensional travel.
Interesting. Okay.
So, energy-wise...
Yes, an extraordinary amount will need to be consumed. And that instantaneous consumption will trigger grave repercussions. At best, Zega Grande would be reduced to nothing in the aftershock.
Oh, that much energy! I was like, we're gonna have to sacrifice Lyria and buy proxy Jita if that happens. Okay, never mind. This is a really, really big boom. I gotta check something. Hold on, give me a minute here. Just, I know we've read about Astrals, but remind me, they're the originators, right? The progenitor creatures, right? Yeah. They subjugated the Sky Realms. Mystery, origins, mysterious. Yeah, the Sky Dwellers beat them. Astrals have faded into myth, but their presence is still felt. Got it. Yeah, the progenitor race, the Forerunners. I'm just like, what is this talk about the Astral Realm all of a sudden? Like Esta Lucia was... Oh, okay, Esta Lucia, the island of the Astrals. Okay. So I guess we're talking about going there. I'm sorry, I'm just like kind of blanking here a little bit. At this point, the bevy of terms being thrust on us in this story is catching up to me, and I'm being like a little bit like, I don't necessarily playing this game for that, since again, this is kind of written for existing fans to some extent. Alright.
At worst, most of the Sky Realm
Oh.
cease to exist as we know it.
Oh, it's just gonna, it's like we're going straight to like apocalypse here then.
There's no way that's possible.
Then let me tell you a
Shocked
story.
expression.
15 years ago, Lilith revived Angra Mainyu. She attempted to open the gate to the astral realm. Fortunately, for whatever reason, she failed in her scheme. But a number of islands weren't so lucky, and they were rendered uninhabitable. Survivors of the incident are forever cursed to live their lives with unending trauma.
Interesting. You wouldn't happen to know any such survivors, Rolan. Is that what we are like leading up here?
That's awful.
You see now? She won't give up. She will utilize the power of the four primals and attempt to cast open the gates once more.
Hold on, let me make the quick count here. Yeah, 4.
And the
Yeah,
only
4
thing
is what
waiting
we're
for
up to.
us on the other side of those gates is sheer destruction. We can't allow
Whoa, hey,
history
stop
to repeat
autoplay.
itself.
What the heck? Silly game. I don't know why I was doing that. I did not have autoplay hit there.
There's something I'd like to ask about this woman, this Lilith.
Maybe my controller's getting old again. Man,
She's
all
an
my
Astral,
stuff is
isn't she?
breaking down. What? Well, actually, it would make sense. She's like all-powerful and mysterious, and she's connected to the astral realm. Actually, not a super big twist. I just felt like the presence of Astral so far has been nil, and that's my impression thus far from what the game's told about the plot up to this point. So that seems like a big drop.
The potency of her powers and her obsession with the astral realm give her away.
Yeah, that's what I just said a second ago. There you go. Huh.
The Astrals. The invaders who once ruled over our skies.
Yeah, well, based on Lilith, they really are a bunch of, not nice guys. So, yeah. There she is. Forget Lilith.
You are correct.
Mm-hmm. Well, it takes one to know one.
Unbelievable.
Oh, wait a
I
second.
suspected as much a while back.
Oh, sorry, I'm a little slow today. Wait a
You
minute.
know a great deal about this skydom. Things that no ordinary person.
Right, okay.
I'll be damned. A real live Astral right under our noses.
This seems like a really big deal. Yeah, wait a minute.
Sorry. Can't blame a guy for being on edge.
Is that?
Oh?
Those are obvious raptors!
You're kidding! They really chased after us?
They couldn't have mobilized a hunting party this quickly.
Of all the times to hound us, they choose now?
Well, they're here. Less talking, more blasting.
Right, yeah, these... Wow, these flight thingies look really cool, actually. Okay.
Go, go! Take the ship!
Alright, not much time to think about what we just learned about Rolan, who
The magic is next level!
apparently, yeah.
I had hoped for a more peaceful flight. How did they find this route?
Stars help us. It's those interlopers! Stay in formation! We must take this ship!
Oh, it,
Just as surprised as we are.
yeah, okay, they just kind of stumbled on us, huh? Sounds like it.
Won't let you down!
Oh, that had a follow-up. That's annoying.
Lady Lilith has decreed these heathens
Oh.
be purged for their
Ooh, Lancers.
Fortunate timing on our part. Stay alert for more. It just
Whoa,
occurred
wait a
to
second,
me.
what the heck? What?
There's only one destination at the end
Whoa,
of this
what,
fight.
which one of the enemies did that? Is it the archers?
places, these jokesters!
Indeed. And let us discuss particulars after we have saved our hides.
Well, that'll take both of them. No, it only took one of them.
Let none
Well,
escape.
interesting.
That couldn't have gone better.
I would love to know, like, have Astral shown up in the plot previously before this game, like in the narrative, since you know it seems like a really huge twist. Not only that, you know, well, Lilith being an Astral, sure, but you know, but then also that this guy we've been hanging out this whole time just is one. You know. I feel like the revelation was a little... it's kind of cool that it was that muted, though, but still. Like, it's just like, wow, okay. Huh.
Finally, that was the last of them.
Alright.
Looks like Obvious already making their next move. I must take action.
Wait, I just want to be super sure. Are you really an Astral?
I guess it's worth it to confirm that.
You wouldn't be the first. We've met
Oh.
other Astrals before.
Well
Loki
then.
and Mikaboshi, if those names ring a bell.
Loki?
They have their own
Okay.
particular
Hey, stop
philosophies.
autoplaying.
But
Okay.
you seem different from them.
Or maybe the game just sometimes autoplays chunks of text, I don't know. Okay, never mind. You don't need to answer in the comments. Thank you. I'm satisfied. The game, we have in fact had Astrals in the narrative thus far. All right, I just had a misimpression here that like it was a super mystery still. Like so. Okay, never mind. And there's one called Loki. That's fun. Mikaboshi. That doesn't really ring any names for me. So ring any bells for me, that name. So I'm not sure if that's a reference to something. But Loki, of course. Yeah, I may have heard of a character called that.
I know, right? It's like Fix-It Dude actually wants to be a part of the Sky Realm.
Indeed. It was no act when you risked life and limb to save the people of Folka and Tempeel.
I'll be honest. I once viewed Sky Dwellers as insignificant. But that all changed
Interesting.
many years ago. The first friend I ever made in this world taught me a valuable lesson. They said there is strength in solidarity. Understanding can overcome adversity. Help us grow. Folka is now my home away from home. The people there are like family to me. Sadly, we experience longevity on different scales.
Right.
If I were granted one wish, it'd be to stay with them forever. At the very least, I want them to be happy.
Oh, weird order, because, like, I assume he means that the Astrals are super long-lived, I'm gonna assume. It's one of those features of being, you know, one of these mega ancients, is you just last forever. But, okay, I guess he means that, you know, Folka would never fade away, so it would stay with him for, I don't know, whatever.
I'll do anything I can as an Astral to protect the populace. to protect the islands.
Interesting. So is this a thing? Is this the first time that there's a good guy Astral in the narrative? Since our hero seemed very confused by the fact that he's not a raging dingus, you know?
And I'll stop Lilith. No matter the consequences I must suffer.
We understand how you feel. The Sky Realm is our home too, so you can count on us.
Cute.
I guess even Astrals come in all kinds of different flavors. Just like Sky Dwellers.
That's the lesson to take away from here, yeah.
The same can be said of primal beasts.
Kinda weird having an Astral watching our backs for once. But I won't complain.
Thanks, everyone. I'm sorry I haven't been upfront with you all. I suppose I was acting out of cowardice. I was afraid of your reactions if you learned I was an Astral.
Well, makes sense, yeah. Ooh, these are both good lines. Let's be team players here. I like that sound.
We're in this together.
That was a little more muted than I expected, but sure.
Captain, thank you.
Done and done.
Yes. With Roland's aid, we'll surely stop Lilith and rescue Lyria.
Angra Mainyu's real body is in an altar beneath Seed Hollow Castle.
Oh, in the city.
Yikes. There's a sinister primal lurking right under that huge city?
Oh, by the way, we haven't read this before. During the war, this magnificent structure was a Squidweller weed out, supervised by an imperial family known as the Sky Lords. Following the defeat and banishment of the Astrals, Seed Hollow transitioned into a republic, and the redoubt opened its gates to local and foreign tourists alike. Nowadays, Seed Hollow Castle is used as a conference hall and a base for military operations. Ooh, look at that moody lighting there, the nighttime view. Very cool.
Yes. And I'm the one who sealed it down there centuries ago.
This one's not a huge shock either, since it seems like every kind of big floating island conglomerate, whether it's an archipelago or just one big island, does seem to have their own primal beast. So it would make sense that the one that has a city on it would still have one, despite being, not a wilderness area. Yeah.
But if Lilith found Angra 15 years ago, that means the seal is...
broken. When she squandered away Angra's power, she failed to capture its true form as well. I'm certain it's still in the altar somewhere, camouflaged by its gateway powers.
So that's why you stayed behind in Seed Hollow. To find the damn thing.
Uh-huh.
Indeed. Unfortunately, my search turned up nothing. However, the moment Lilith summons Angra's real body, that may be our chance to strike.
A lot riding on this, huh?
I warn you, she and I are equally matched. But lucky for me, I've got the better team.
Aw, I love that.
Obvious, no doubt, getting closer to the castle. There's no time to lose. We'll gear up in the city and make a run for the altar, or else these skies are done for.
Oh, everybody pose. Nice. Everyone really good job picking that moment to pose like that. Very funny. Appendix on the primal beasts. Well, that's weird. Hold on, I'm gonna take a quick look at that. Oh, is that because Rolan busted out his book right there and showed those notes, so that's how they ended up here. Let's see. Let's have a quick look at these. Furicane is the primal beast of vitality. When Furicane descended upon Einstedo Archipelago, it blessed Tempeal's geology, combining the natural elements of wind and fire to create abundant minerals, which in turn led to innovations in smithing techniques. Over time, with Primal and Man working and living in tandem, Tempeal became known as the Holy Forge of Smithing. By the way, I have to call out here, I really, really love how the primal beasts have some really esoteric or non-concrete concepts here, like vitality or sequestration. I can 100% guess why this is. It's because they went through all the easy ones early in the mobile game. Here's the primal beast of death, the primal beast of fire, of water, of ice. Managarmr wasn't the primal beast of ice, even though even though it had like a real like ice theme going on, you know, because I'm gonna make a guess that all of the easy obvious ones have been like eaten up already in the the years that the mobile game has been running. But I appreciate the swagger here of like, well, we'll just come up with some really oblique concepts for these primal beasts to manifest, rather than just being like, whatever, we'll say there can be more than one primal beast of yada yada, whatever, it's fine. You know, I really appreciate this. It's just very funny to me to read these, and it's like, sequestration. So yes, Managarmr, the primal beast of sequestration. Managarmr possesses the ability to force mortals into a sense of wariness, effectively keeping them at a distance. It was placed atop the sacred mountain on Latanya Island, where its abilities would ward Sky Dwellers. I keep saying Sky Dwellers weirdly today. I'm really off my game today. Whatever, we're doing fine. We're having fun. Where its abilities would ward Sky Dwellers away from the harsh, freezing conditions of the area. Later, Sky Dwellers would go on to develop a new faith based on the Primal's divine interdictions. And then Excavalion is the primal beast of fortification. I remember that being mentioned, yeah. Armed with the ability to absorb sandstone, Excavalion is able to transform itself into a nigh impregnable fortress. Except that we beat through its knees just fine, so whatever. Originally established as a stronghold to protect Almerain Island, it was transferred to Dali Island after the local populace was nearly wiped out. Once there, it served as a refugee shelter. Afterward, it became a bustling home for the surviving Dali residents and was named Holy City Valion. However, Rolan sealed away Excavalion some 500 years ago during the war, depriving the people of their societal bedrock. Rolan! Come on now. According to ongoing research conducted by Seed Hollow scholars, the destruction wrought by the Dali catastrophe 15 years ago is the reason why only pockets of ruins remain. Alright then. I just now realized that Excavalion really feels like the counterpart to Final Fantasy's Alexander. The design isn't, of course, one-to-one, but we are discussing both. We're discussing giant robot summons, basically. Kind of Magitech-y, not like super mechanical, like high-tech looking, but like, you know, big, like Golem-y robot things. And also a city theme to them, which I don't want to elaborate on further because there's some really cool spoilers involving Alexander in one of the Final Fantasies. In fact, I may have already spoken too much here. Whatever. But, you know, just, you know, cool. I like that. I enjoyed that. Realizing that as well. Man, Excavalion is just killer. Like all these Shadow of the Colossus references, and now some Final Fantasy in there. You love it. And then, of course, Primal Beast, Vulcan Bola, the Primal Beast of Dread. In reality, Vulcan Bola's molten body has no definitive shape. That's why the picture in Roland's book was just the crystal, okay? Instead, it can assume the form of one's worst fears. That's why it resembled Bahamut. They said that, hey, that thing looks like Bahamut. I guess that's one of Jita's fears, is Bahamut going out of control or something? I don't know. Indeed, it once absorbed the dread of the entire population of Dali, causing its body to morph uncontrollably until it burst and scorched the land. Whoopsie-daisy. Due to its amorphous state, efforts to enshrine the primal failed, and it now reigns over a broken and abandoned land. Oh, that's why Fondam was so desolate and uninhabited. Wow, that's a rough one, this guy. Interesting revelation there, though, about him being like that. And now he shows up here. Yeah, no one knows what it truly looks like. Fun. Cool. Well, that was super worth it to read the journal, then, for those entries. Those really helped me get some context for these big monsters we've been beating up. And there's a couple of treasures to get. Let's see if we can talk to these folks. I must thank you, everyone. We need to follow those creeps to Seed Hollow now!
They always say it's hard to see what's right under your nose. Either way, we're in for a dust-up.
Primal Beast, I'll remind you. This will be a difficult struggle, to say the least. So Lilith was after Seed Hollow. I hope the people there will be okay. Yeah, alright, good talk, everybody. Let's go get those treasures and just quickly chat with Rackham. Oh, there you are. Hey, yoink. Yeah. Rafale coin, handy.
Sweet.
I keep forgetting there's steps up here. Full speed ahead to Seed Hollow. Keep thinking I gotta come from over here. It's kind of awkward. There's, no good way, but we're gonna wrap around.
Man,
Let's
crap's
depart.
Really hitting the fan now, huh? We better hightail it back to Seed Hollow before it's too late.
So, we've suddenly found ourselves caught up in an astral tug-of-war, decades in the making.
Centuries, even.
The relationship between Lilith and Rolan remains unclear, but one thing is certain. Rolan is our greatest ally in Zega Grande, and with all the good he's done here, his love for Sky Dwellers is plain as day. Together, I know we'll stop Lilith and ensure Angra Mainyu's gate stays closed. We will protect the Sky Realm.
Hell yeah. I gotta say, thus far, I felt like the stakes, I've been unsure if they're, exceptionally huge, And they don't need to be. It's fine that this, spin-off game has, stakes on par with a story arc in the regular game, But now we're talking about, the destruction of all known worlds, basically. So, now we've amped it up to, okay, this is kind of a feature, this is, a story on par of the movie, the movie spin-off of some long-running series, the way that a plot in a Pokemon movie will usually be amped up compared to the main at least the cartoon. Basically, I'm saying that the bad guys are Mewtwo in this story. Chapter 8. Hey, Relink! They said the name of the thing! Ah!
Seed Hollow is burning. Another victim in Avia's desperate mission to return to the stars.
Alrighty.
This all started because I brought Lyria to Zega Grande. And now our battle is intertwined.
Zalthba being a hero
with the
there.
Sky Realm
And
itself.
Sierra!
We need to get to the heart of the city and fix the damage that's been done.
Alright, that was...
Is this even the same city?
No
Hey,
time to
Fate
assess
episodes.
casualties, I'm afraid. Not when we know Avia will make a beeline for the castle.
I suspect we'll face a tough road ahead. Everyone, prepare yourselves accordingly.
We've got Fate episodes open. We could go back to Volca if we really wanted to. Alright, so I was kind of hoping we'd have, return to the city, But now it actually looks like we have returned to the city. There is, minor city services here before we begin the massive final finale. I don't know. Actually, I don't even know if this is even still the final finale, but, it's got the makings of it. I guess I'll talk to Zalthba right now. Boss!
Oh, you back already? Look, you've scratched my back in the past, so I'm willing to give part with some intel, free of charge.
I think the situation kind of calls for it anyway, Zalthba, but thanks.
Regarding the city, my people are out surveying the damage as we speak. Early reports suggest, strangely enough, that Avia isn't focused on taking out the commercial district.
Okay.
Instead, they're concentrating on one area and one area alone. The castle. Considering they've got a force of 5,000 strong, you'd think they'd try to occupy more. But here we are.
That's a lot of guys we gotta beat up.
In addition to the ground troops, they've got manned and unmanned aircraft to boot. Not to mention, the Silver Wolf Corps and the Sword Veil seem to be acting in concert. First time for everything, huh?
They've been at it before? Okay, whatever.
To be completely honest, the whole thing makes me mad as hell. I'd like to jump into this circus and pound a few chumps myself. The city's well-being comes first. You just go smack their leader a good one for me. Got it? We'll all sleep better once she's out of commission.
Hell yeah, alright.
Avia is focused entirely on occupying Seed Hollow Castle. I fear Lilith is wasting no time.
She's not
Ooh.
sparing numbers either. There's a million of them swarming around.
We don't need to engage with all of them. Cut off the snake's head, and you don't have to worry about the body.
This is, by the way, really cool, the, nocturnal like views here now. I really dig it. A memo from Zothba. Alright, let's take a look at that while we're panicking about the impending apocalypse. Oh, we got some glossary entry that we haven't read before? Oh, new intel on the Astrals, huh? Okay, cool. This is when I was talking about the game kind of advertising the mobile game for us. Here's these fun Astrals you could also meet in the adventures in the mobile game. The Astral Loki appears to be a teenage boy who wanders with the primal beast Fenrir in tow. He is given to whimsy and keeps his true intentions a mystery. Despite claiming to be a neutral observer, Loki has been discovered to instigate trouble amongst Sky Dwellers, and often crosses paths with Jita and crew. Oh, so he sounds like a recurring character, kind of. Not like a super big villain, but like a kind of a ongoing kind of menace, kind of like, third party kind of thing. Okay. The Astral Mikaboshi first appears to the crew as a cheery young amnesiac. However, it is eventually revealed that, in the days of the war, she was a tyrant who ruled over Nale Grande and hungered for the subjugation of the skies. A revelation which turns her cold and brutal. Oh no! That's sad. She's like, oh, that's my legacy? Then I'll embrace it. The Dali Catastrophe. A tragedy that took place 15 years ago, which began when a huge swath of Dali Island was pulverized in an explosion. Survivors, many of who escaped to Folkal Seed Hollow, believe the gods smote them with retribution for their avarice. Alright. Moon Dwellers. What? When did this come up? Wait a fucking minute. When have we talked about any mysterious denizens of the moon? They lack a spoken language, communicating instead through electric tones. They prize logical thought and have a mechanical way of perceiving and interacting with the world. They struggle to understand and frequently exhibit contempt for illogical decisions or actions. Well, now I want to go to the moon. There's apparently just robots living there. That's delightful. Oh, cool. We get shots of these other characters as well. Tiamat. Alright, this is the one who's with Rackham, yeah? Apparently, she looks like just the kind of person. So do... Okay, a lot of these characters actually do. I wonder if she's got like a secret form, which is like a scary dragon thing. Actually, she kind of looks like she's got a weird dragon worm thing wrapping around back there, so... Celeste, a miasma-cloaked ship. Fascinating. Oh, this is the one that killed fairies. Everybody. Okay, or didn't kill them, like put them in undeath. Okay. Oh, that's cool that it's a ghost ship. I wasn't expecting that at all. That's really fun. Oh god, so many. I can't go through all these. I'm sorry, there's way too much here now. Looks like they really... If you really want to learn about this shit, though, like, they really dropped all this stuff on you, huh? So that's good. No, I was looking at the Zothba thing. My... Bad. Well, yeah, no. I'm all over the place. You'll have to forgive me. Double and triple verify all incoming reports. Don't make boneheaded mistakes that'll cost your life. Serve the people. Observe all safety protocols. Always check in with evac leaders. Keep it together, boys. I believe in you all. Got it.